In my most recent video, I had the random idea of making a tier list based on Genshin Impact characters' eye designs, and a lot of you wanted to see it, so here we are. Now this, at first glance, looks like a normal tier list, right? Well, it's actually not, because I'm doing this within my drawing program, so I have full capability to zoom around. I can grab a color. Well, okay, I won't draw that big. If I wanted to, I could literally write whatever I want on the screen. Not that you need to know, but the reason I'm doing this is because apparently to make your own tier list on the website, you have to link your Twitter, and it gives them authorization to post stuff on your account, and I just don't trust that. So I made my own tier list here. I'm sure we're gonna run into some issues of our own, like if we put a bunch of these in the same tier, eventually it's gonna fill up and then it doesn't automatically expand, but that's a problem for me, not you. But this does allow us to get nice and close when we're analyzing the eyes of different characters, which is much better than the website where you would just be stuck at this view. Now I'm sure everyone's gonna feel differently about this, but as we're going through judging these designs, I don't think I'm going to take in consideration anything around the eye. Like Arataki Ito here, you know, he's got this makeup on. I don't think we're going to take that into consideration. We are just going to be looking at the eye itself, so more specifically the iris and pupil. We will also not be factoring in how it relates to their whole design, how it fits their personality, any of that. It's literally just the design of the eye. And of course our tiers are I've seen better, all right, pretty nice design, really like them, I love them, and my favorites. So let's just jump straight in with Albedo down here in the top left. Okay, so this I like the color. I do like the color. There's not too much going on here. We do have a bit of a circular design going around like that. That's kind of nice. A little bit of a darker area around the pupil, but I mean there's nothing too special, and I mean come on, these are like the anime aesthetic eyes we're talking about here, so you get some really nice stuff. We may end up moving some of these around at the end, but for now I think I'm going to put him in pretty nice design. As we do some more of these, that might end up going down to just all right, but we'll see. Next up we have Amber, and I mean they're amber colored eyes, so you can't really knock off points for that, but like I said, we're not taking any of that into consideration, so they're kind of just a singular colored eye. As such, I feel like all I can really do is put Amber into all right, because I mean there's nothing too special there. Now unfortunately for Arataki Ito, a lot of his design around his eye does come from the makeup, but not even including that, the eyes themselves aren't that bad either. It's kind of a flame color where it's a gradient from yellow to a darker red, so it's still pretty nice. And I guess since I did just say it's pretty nice, I'm going to put it in the pretty nice tier, and again, subject to change later, but for now, that's where he's going. Now what's kind of funny here is Barber and Jean ended up right above and below each other, and they do pretty much have the same eyes. However, I think Jean's look a little bit nicer as we have the darker color that swoops in a little bit more, so Barber will be lower than Jean here, and it falls into the same kind of thing as Amber where there's nothing too special about it, so I'm going to be putting Barber in the alright tier. With Beto, we only have one eye to study, though I mean I do like what's going on here. We have a bit of a lighter pinkish color, maybe maroon magenta, a little bit darker colored on top with some yellow and a little bit of orange. Now I do like Beto's eyes, however, once again in comparison to some of the other characters, I don't think they're quite at the top. Therefore, Beto is also going to be going into the pretty nice design tier. For the first time ever in one of my tier lists, I think, Bennett will not be going in the lowest tier just due to bad luck. I do actually really like his eyes. They're a very nice green emerald color, and before you say it in the comments, yes, this is all preference. This is completely biased because literally everyone will make a different tier list for this. So while I'm sure some of you will disagree, I think I gotta put Bennett in the really like them tier. Is there a ton going on in his eyes? Well, maybe not. There's not even that much of a gradient per se, but the color is just so nice, and I don't know. It's just, I really like them, so they have to go there. Also, is it just me, or after staring at their eyes only for so long, it almost feels like the image is the same eye copy and pasted, and it just starts looking weird. I can't really explain it. Chung Yoon is up next, and I mean, I like his eyes because I like the gradient. The color's nice. It's very nice. There's also these little lines coming out from where the pupil is along the iris, and I think that looks pretty cool. No pun intended, because Chung Yoon is a cryo character, but I think he's also going to be going into the I really like them tier. There's not too much to say with D-Luke. He just looks like he's dead inside. Relatable. So yes, these eyes fit his character character design very well, but we're not taking that into consideration, so I've seen better. Diona was kind of interesting because I guess I've never really looked at her eyes that closely since I don't really care for using her, but I do like the color here. It's kind of a greenish blue, seafoam green, if you will, up into a dark teal or just kind of a dark blue with almost a yellow or lime green in the bottom. And when I saw that, I actually really liked it. So, I mean, it's got to go in the really like tier. Then we have Eula, and well, the whole reason for this tier list kind of stems from Eula for the most part. It's a goldish color that fades up into a purple, which is just a really nice gradient. So Eula will also be going into the really like them. Now, there's a lot going into the really like and none going into favorites or I love them, because I think what might end up happening is as we move these up, we're gonna get a lot of them stuck up in these tiers, and then from those we can pick which ones we like even more and then move them up to the top and kind of do it that way. Unfortunately, Fischl's eyes to me aren't anything that impressive. They're a nice green color, don't get me wrong, but there's not that much going on. So I'm going to put her up in the all right tier. At least you could tell she's alive, unlike a certain character down here. But beyond that, there's not too much there. Ganyu's eyes are pretty nice. Her eye just reminds me of Sunset. Maybe not an actual sunset, but in any program where they have a sunset themed thing, this is the color scheme that you get. It's like that dark purples into a lighter purple with some reds and orangey yellow color. It's a sunset. So if someone has a sunset in their eye, I mean, I really like that. That's pretty cool. Also, I apologize if I'm moving this all over where like you can't even see it, because you know it is just an art program, so I'm just whipping this thing around like crazy. I feel like this is a really scuffed tier list because of how I'm doing it, but just bear with me. Moving on to Goro. I like the color. The color's nice. Beyond the color, there's not that much. And if the color's nice, but that's about it, then I think I'm going to put it in all right. Though I do feel kind of bad because that is a really nice color. Then we have Hu Tao. One of the few characters, maybe even the only character, whose pupil is different, and it's literally a flower. How many characters can you say have a literal flower in their eye? I feel it's only fair to put her up in the really like them category, and we have a problem forming because a lot of them are ending up in this category, and we still have a lot to go and we don't have enough room to put them all there. But now we're up to Jean, I hope. I mean, it's kind of funny how just looking at all of the designs of only the eyes, you can kind of tell who every character is. But yeah, I'm fairly certain this is Jean, and I already said I like Jean's eyes more than Barbara's, so by default she's going up into the pretty nice design, because once again, I do like the color, I do like the design even though there's not that much to it. And honestly, wait, the eyes kind of look like her alternate skin, where you know it's a very light blue on the bottom and then a kind of darker blue on top. I think that's how her alternate skin looks. I could be completely mistaken, and if so, just disregard what I just said. But again, there's not too much in terms of the design, so we're just gonna leave it in that tier. Kazuha is coming up next, and there's once again not too much to see here. There's some crimson-y colors and crimson-y colors. Kazuha is going to have to go in the alright tier. Kaya, on the other hand, I did forget about this. He has a slightly different shaped pupil, and you can't really tell here because it's so pixelated, but this pupil, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to kind of be a star design, kind of like the Primo Gems. And I believe all the characters that came from the name of the place that was destroyed many years ago, it starts with a K. Yeah, that place, I think all of them have this star-shaped pupil, which is kind of interesting. It is also a pretty nice color. I think Kai is going to be taking his place in the really like them tier, though I don't think he would go any higher than that. I could be wrong. I hope I don't change that later. I do really like that color though. Like it's a nice color. Ayaka, how's it going? Ayaka, you have some grayishy blue eyes. I mean, that's kind of cool. Again, I guess that's kind of a pun because she's a cryo character. Why do I keep doing this? But I will say, not that much going on here. It's just grayish. I mean, I suppose there's that bit of blue in the pupil. But in terms of the overall ranking, she has to go up in the alright tier. I'm not gonna lie, the I've seen better tier might need to be renamed. Let me just change this real quick. Okay. Alright. There we go. That looks so weird when it's written like that. So the I've seen better has now turned into Dead Inside. side. I am sure you can guess who else is going to be joining Diluc in that tier. Next up is the character that has eluded me on every single account since the release of the game. It's Keqing, and specifically for that reason I want to rank her low, but that's not how this tier list works, so I can't do that. Putting aside my saltiness for a moment, I do enjoy the color of the eyes, and she has a uniquely shaped pupil. That all scores bonus points, so in terms of her ranking, I'm gonna put her up in the I really like them, because I do. That's just how this works. So, Klee, we have a reddish design, you know, some lightness down here. That's cool, awesome, nice. Again, nothing too crazy going on though, so it's just all right. Kokomi is she the only character with no pupil? What would she look like with a pupil? Hold on. Okay, I tried giving Kokomi pupils just to see what it would look like. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It's also kind of hard to judge what it would look like in this kind of context when we only have the eyes to look at, but let's just take those away again. Yeah, she looks kind of lifeless, and I do like the gradient. I think, you know what, I'm gonna put her in pretty nice design. Fight me. Well, don't actually, but you know what I mean. Kujo Sara with the golden eyes. What are we feeling here? It's kind of cool that, you know, they're literally a golden color, except that there's nothing else going on, so it's just all right. Lisa, on the other hand, has some very emerald colored eyes. Pretty nice, I must say. But Bennett had better green eyes because there's a lot more life and depth to Bennett's eyes compared to Lisa's. So Lisa is just gonna go in all right as well, because again, there's not too much going on there. Mona, I really like her eye design because it's kind of like a rainbowish color. So you know what? I'm not even gonna put her in the really like them tier. She's going right up into I love them. And once we go back later and kind of finalize things, that might even change more. Ningguang has red eyes, and I don't know if many people know this, but if you zoom in really close on her eyes, you can kind of just make out a bit of a dollar sign. Her eyes are all right. I don't really know what else to say. She's not dead inside, so I can't really put her down there. So they're all right. And now we have a problem because the all right tier has filled up. Who are you? Wait, who is this? What character is this? Oh, this is Noelle. Okay, completely forgot about her. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this color. It's kind of a very muted gold, kind of goes along with the Geo color theme, so I get it. It makes sense, but like I said, we're not factoring in the character's whole design, elements, anything like that. Okay, well, here's the thing. I think we're gonna have to once again edit the name of Dead Inside because I need a tier right below all right, and you know, adding a whole tier would take me a little while because it's not an actual tier list. It's just made in my drawing program. So I'm just gonna make up this really cool new tier. Just came up with it myself. Definitely wasn't here before. You're crazy. And well, I'm so sorry, Noelle, but I mean, this is all just personal preference at the end of the day. So I've seen better. And you know what? No, I changed my mind. Official, I've seen better. Get down there. Kazuha, I've seen better. Get down there. Oh, we're gonna start making people mad here. Klee, you are dangerously close to falling down there as well. I do like the color of Kujo Sara, so she'll be staying here at least. Lisa, you know what? You know what I said to Lisa? I said, you know, the color of Lisa's eyes is really nice, but look at Bennett. I've seen better. Though it is hard to move her down to the I've seen better because I do really like that color. So I think she will be staying there. Ningguang, I hate to do this to you, but you see, I've seen better. Chongyun, you can move up a tier. Diona, you can move up a tier. Eula, oh no, we're gonna move everyone up, aren't we? Eula, move up a tier. Ganyu, yeah, you can move up. Hu Tao's, I like the pupil, but the color gradient isn't my favorite, or rather there's not too much of a gradient. And I know you don't want the eyes to be like extremely busy in terms of the design, but I think Hu Tao is going to be staying here, Kaya will be staying here, and Keqing will also stay here. Okay, well, look at that, we have more room now. Chi-Chi, surprisingly, her eyes don't look like she's dead. I mean, I guess a little, because the pupil's more muted in terms of the color, but not that much more than any other character. However, I do like the color that we're working with here. I'm realizing this tier list is making less and less sense in terms of comparing one character to another, because I mean, look at this. We have Chi-Chi here. I like the color, but besides that, there's not that much going on. Move down to, I don't know, like Kujo Sara. I like the color, but there's not that much going on, but they're in different tiers. Though honestly, comparing these two, I would rank Chi-Chi's higher because ironically enough, their look looks to be more life in the eyes, and it's kind of a longer gradient. I see 3 main colors in Kujo Sara, but I see 4 colors in Chi-Chi's. Again, don't think too much into all of this. It's just a stupid, and I mean stupid, tier list. It's just for fun. This one pains me because it's the Raiden Shogun. It's A herself. However, looking at just her eye design, we have 2 main colors with, you know, a few others scattered about, but they're not my favorite. They're all right. I do like the color, but I think she's going to find a home in just all right. I am sorry, Raiden Shogun. But at least now you know that this isn't complete bias just based on what characters I like, because Raiden Shogun would definitely be in the top tier if it were. Razor. What do we got here? We got red, we got some darker red, that's about it. Razor is riding the line between all right and I've seen better. I suppose I should also clarify now, I've seen better doesn't mean it's a bad design. A lot of these do fit the characters that they're with. It's just that in terms of what I like, they're the lowest. Sorry, Razor, I think I'm gonna put you down in the I've seen better. I could make an argument for just all right, but I'm gonna leave it like this. Rosaria, again with very unique eyes because they're much more elongated than everyone else's, but because of that, there's not as much space for design. Personal preference says I've seen better. Sayu, they're kind of dull. There's not much life in there, which again makes sense for the character, but I don't care. Sayu's going in I've seen better. Shenhe, the rainbow eyes, these gotta go up there. There's no denying. These have to go at least into I love them, maybe even my favorites, but we'll pick from the top ones later for the top tier. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something at the end of the video. So everyone who's watching now, you're gonna know that I'm doing this, but the people who just skip to the end because it's a tier list, so you could just skip to the end, they're not gonna know this. At the end of the video, I'm just gonna scramble these all around to completely screw up the order, and that's how we're gonna end the video. So once this is done, we'll get my actual opinions, and then I'll just completely mess it up, so everyone who skips to the end will not know what I actually put them in, and they'll be very confused because I'll put like the ones I like the least at the top, and you know, we'll make it fun. So any comments you see of like, oh, this is stupid, why would you put Diluc in the top tier when his eyes are so empty? Now you know. But moving on, we have Sucrose up next, and I mean, honestly, these look like they should be Amber's eyes. Amber's eyes are, I guess, a little more amber colored overall, but there's more of a grading here, and it kind of blends into a bit of a reddish color, which could be the fire. I mean, these are Amber's eyes. Sucrose stole Amber's eyes. They're all right. Oh wait, but if they're better than Amber, can they just go in all right? I wouldn't rank them higher because yes, I like the grade. I think that's what it is. I like the gradient in Sucrose's eyes. However, they're lacking more life. And when I say life, like look at this. If I were to take a brush here and let's just say put in some more reflections around the eye, you could see, well, I kind of messed that one up, but it just gives it more life. They look more lively. The more reflections you add, the more lively it looks. So while I do like the gradient, because there's less life, she's gonna go up into just all right. Child, Tartaglia. He's looking nice and dead inside. Cool color, and for once it's not actually a cryo character, so I could say that without it being a pun, although it is actually a cool color because blue, purple, and green are cool colors, so it still kind of works as an unintended pun, but besides that, I've seen better. Oh, I almost just threw him off the whole tier list. Okay, yeah, I've seen better. Now we're running out of room in the I've seen better tier. And spoiler alert, I don't think that's gonna be everyone in the I've seen better tier, so Toma's got green eyes, so if we have green eyes, we have to compare it to Bennett because Bennett is the golden standard for green eyes right now. I would say there's a little less life in Toma's eyes when compared to Bennett, though the color is pretty similar. So basically what I'm working with here is a softer looking eye with similar colors, not as vibrant though. So, oh, this makes no sense. Wouldn't that then go down into the pretty nice design? But I feel like I just want to put him in all right. This makes no sense. This tier list actually makes no sense. You know what? I'm making a revision. Goro, I like the color of your eyes. It's going up into pretty nice design. And then Toma, I'm gonna bring you over to fill in the slot that we just moved away. All right, I like that. I like that so far. You know what? No, new revision. Ayaka going into the pretty nice design. I know her eyes are just kind of gray, but the fact that I think she's pretty much the only character with gray eyes, and it is a cool color. Haha, I need to stop. I'm gonna put her in pretty nice, which means Sucrose, you can move over to fill in that that gap very nicely right there. That's good. Venti. Here's the deal, okay? Venti, I think, I want to say pretty cool, but I've said that too many times. I think it's pretty unique. We'll go with that. You have this greenish color, kind of the animo color, almost dendro color, going up into a deep blue. I kind of like it. However, it's almost jarring to look at just because of how different these two colors are. Honestly, his eye looks like a Pokeball. Am I wrong? Look at this. You have this, you have the ball, the center of the Pokeball, the top and the bottom. His eyes are literally Pokeballs. They're like, they're venti balls. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. That sounds so wrong. So I feel some people would put him up into they love them or even favorites. And you know what? I don't blame you. For me, I'm only going to put them up in the really like them, because while it's a very nice design with, two different colors contrasting, it's very unique. They're not my favorite simply because of how contrasting they are. Xianling, it's a respectable goldish color. I feel she has much larger pupils than most of the other characters, which, another point for uniqueness. But honestly, let's look at this for a moment. We have 4 characters with kind of similar eye colors. And again, we're not factoring in makeup, so we're only looking at the eyes themselves. So if I had to rank these 4 alone, I feel like Xingqiu would be kind of lower. Xinyan, I would like more if this gradient was a little bit smoother and if there was a bit more life in the eyes. So then it's up to Xiao and Xianling. These are kind of hard to separate just because they have different aspects that are both kind of nice, but also there's nothing entirely too unique about them. Even though I know I just said that her eyes were unique because of the big pupil. I'm contradicting myself everywhere in this video. It should be nothing new. So I'm gonna try to squish down all of these because we gotta make room for Xingqiu. That should be just enough room for Xingqiu to squeeze in there. Xinyan would go up into the all right, though. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Xinyan would also go into the I've seen better. I don't have room for this, but we can make do and squeeze Xinyan in there. Then Jianling can go into the all right, and Xiao, I feel like Xiao is just above Xianling for me. So he'll be taking a place in pretty nice design. Yaimiko, it's a nice purple. There's some life in there with this little glowing bit around the reflection. But okay, let's see. Compared to Raiden Shogun, because they're both purple, right? Who wins this? I almost feel like Yaimiko wins this, honestly. But that's still kind of hard. You know what? I think Yaimiko does win this. Yaimiko goes into pretty nice design. Who the heck are you? Oh, you're Yanfei, right? Those are kind of nice. I mean, it's a nice greenish color. When you only have Yanfei's eyes here, they look very strange because the pupil is like non-existent. It's very rare. Is it rare? Hold on. Okay, maybe not. It's not very rare. It's just interesting to see the pupil lighter colored than the rest of the eye for the most part. She looks very bored though. However, I do like the colors. I know where I want to put this. I think, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna make some more changes because I like to change my mind every 2 minutes or even more frequently. Kokomi going up into the really like them. Chi-Chi really like them. I want to move Goro up because I do really like that color, but there's nothing else going on in these eyes. So Goro has to stay there. Jean could move up realistically because her eyes are, I guess they're not entirely unique, but I do like them. I'm gonna leave her here for now. We're gonna condense these down. It's funny, the more I look at some of these eyes, the more I like them, or the more I don't like them, which is why this keeps changing. Plus, we're kind of running out of space. Yanfei, really like, or just pretty nice? Where do I feel like she fits better? I feel like if she had more of a pupil, I would like them more. So I'm just gonna put them in pretty nice. While I'm adjusting all of these, leave a comment down below. I know it's very random. Are you watching any animes right now? If so, what are you watching? Definitely not asking because I got sucked into another anime. I would never. Couldn't be me. And if you're not watching one right now, what was the last one that you watched? Very random, I know. Leave that comment though. Let me know. I'm curious. Satiate my curiosity. And potentially find other people who enjoy the same animes that you enjoy. It's a win-win. Yoimiya. Yanfei. You're Yanfei. No. Yoonjin. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, I mean, that wasn't a surprise to anyone. Yoimiya, Yoonjin, and and Zhongli. I can tell you right now, these two, there's nothing too special going on. Zhongli would be above them because he's got more special stuff going on. I feel like because of the precedent that I've sent, Yunjin has to go in the I've seen better because it's one color. Basically, it's two colors. Yes, I mean there's a lot more than two colors, obviously, but overall, you get two colors. So I've seen better. Yoimiya, Yoimiya, I've seen better or all right. I've seen better. All right. I'm trying to compare her to the other ones we've put in just to see what feels better. I mean, okay, look at this. Look at this. Compared to Sucrose, it's kind of the same color scheme, but when you compare these two sets of eyes together, Sucrose wins easily. So Yoimiya is going into the I've seen better because, well, it's right there. I've seen better. And Zhongli is last. I think I'm gonna put Zhongli into the pretty nice because they are very unique. It's a nice gradient. There's some unique elements around the pupil. I know eyes, not really, but I pretend that I do. So this is the tier list as it stands now. Time to make some changes because obviously the top tier is completely empty at the moment. So out of the eyes that we have up here, Shenhe is going into one of my favorites for sure. Even I think Diona is going up there, which I would not have guessed before I started this whole tier list. Mona is gonna go up as well, and I feel like Chungyu needs to. His eyes are kind of simple, so I could see if some people don't agree because when you have something like Venti, obviously these look more, I don't know, no, I don't know. It's preference. You know what? It's preference. If you disagree, you disagree. I have a problem though because I want to move all these up. You know what? Because these were at the top, these are my favorites. I mean, that's just a good way to look at it, right? They were in the highest tier, so they're just gonna become the favorites. But then what do we love? Oh no, the tier list is going to shambles. Yanfei, you're moving up. Come on up. You're going to the really like. Where do we go with I love them though? Bennett, I do really like. I don't know that I'd go with love. Maybe though, because I keep comparing all the other eyes to them basically. So you know what? There you go, Bennett. Enjoy being in one of the top spots. Kaya, you can go up there too. Hu Tao's staying here because, like I said, there's not much of a gradient going on. Kokomi, if you had a pupil, you'd probably go higher, but because your eyes look very void of life, you're gonna be staying there, even though I do like them. Kaching, screw you for not coming to any of my accounts. Venti, like I said, they're too contrasting. Chi-Chi, no, since I'm hesitating at all, I'm not moving them up. And then Yanfei, no, she's good. That's where she's staying. Jean, I'm going to move up into really like because I feel like I should. Do I need to move Goro? No, for the color alone, I can't. Even though that's why Chi-Chi's here. This is so pointless. This is it, I think. This is my tier list. That's it, right? Yeah, sure, why not? So this is my official tier list, okay? I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna export that as a picture for myself. Okay, there we go. So now this is my completed tier list, right? But what we're gonna do, like I said, is mess it up. All right, you guys ready for some acting? And there we have it. This is the completed tier list for the eyes of characters. For all of those who just skipped right to the end, hello, welcome. You missed the whole video. You might want to go back and watch it because I guarantee you did miss some things that are kind of important. For everyone that watched all the way through, I appreciate you. This was a very random and stupid tier list to make, but those are the fun ones. That's what I enjoy doing. I am never going to make a tier list based on how useful or meta a character is because that's boring and hundreds of other people do it. It only leads to arguments. I hate saying this, but if you are not already subscribed, feel free to go hit that subscribe button because, you know, we're getting kind of close to that 100,000 milestone and that'd be kind of insane to hit. With all of that out of the way though, I am not going to waste any more of your time, so I hope you enjoyed this and I will see you guys in the next video.